Just a quick note. I wanted to backtrack to that flip phone that I talk about on my page, and the letter and the card and the colors, fluorescent as they are. I wanted to say that I never had a charger that would have mattered to that phone in the first place because my last phone was an upgrade. So I didn't have a charger for that phone. But then when I accessed a charger for that phone still wouldn't keep a charge. FYI. It's charged now, but it could as good as well be a listening device. You tell me, because there's no reason for the outside to be in where I'm at unless it genuinely matters. Because there were places where I tried to go before with my own son to purchase a phone, but I was not able to purchase my own phone, even though I had the money to purchase my own phone. I was told by the person at the store with my son, who is the type of salesman that could talk the stripes off a zebra's back, who has always ever been one of the people that has gone to these stores to purchase phones with me, as many phones as I've bought him, because he breaks phones, especially when he is under a particular state of mind and he thinks the world is coming at him and is chasing him around and he's running from shadows and things of this nature. And he thinks that people are following him and that are tracking him when they're really not, because I'm right there, but they are, but they're not. Do you understand? So he's destroyed numerous phones that I've bought him, and he's also bought me phones. But when he's buying me phones, he's also the person that I would go to set up my phones. So it would be under his IP address and at his home. So he really didn't like me utilizing my phone inside of the house, which I could understand that. But at the same time, they were utilizing their phones and my phone for the things that they were using my phone for, downloading the information onto their own phones, because all of us had the same phone. Since the purchaser of those phones was my own son. So he had full control of all three of those phones. That Matrix came through and blew up and thought that it got rid of all of this evidence that it wasn't just on my phones, it's life. It's documented. It was documented before you even got to the phone. So trying to destroy evidence was not. But you're smarter than me, though, right? But you're smarter than me, though. How many counties do you think don't like me? Because I can think of 3. Excuse me. I can think of 4 counties that don't like me. Do you know how many setups I have been put in my entire life? I'm 52 years old. Do you know that those setups and those plays still haven't stopped? Do you know why I'm where I'm at today? Do you want to blame me for where I'm at today? Because I assure you that evidence will show otherwise. Even if I am guilty of anything that anyone wants to accuse me of, let's just say I'm the guilty party here. Well, those who are making me the guilty party are going to have to prove their case up against mine. And that's all I need. That's all you should need. The rest of this stuff that's going on isn't needed. When peace is an option and you're choosing this, that's where the problems come in. So it's up to each individual to make the decision for themselves. What is it that they truly want to do with this entire case on either side? what do you genuinely want to do? Because the law exists for both sides, for both parties, both plaintiff and defendant in a court of law. The laws apply. So, which laws that you all have been coded with would you like to use in your favor against me? Because those laws that you are going to use or are threatening to use are the same ones that I'll be using for you. So what is all this YouTube nonsense for? And the same thing with Sue, the owner of YouTube. Same thing goes for her. All of you. Bring up your paperwork. Get me personally into court. Me. Because I am the one that's prosecuting you. So I would like for you all to collect all of your evidence from the highest elite and the Royal Order of Justice to Vladimir Putin, to Sue, the owner of YouTube, to Google, to TikTok, whatever world leader would like to bring up charges on me alone, please bring your paperwork to court, the Supreme Court, because that's where I'm going. And I intend to take everyone who has been a contributor to the abuse, the violence, and the death of the indigenous people, the tribes of Turtle Island. You're going to court whether you like it or not. The work is in. My work is in because it's a requirement from Jehovah to make sure that my work is done in a timely manner. Do you know how many tests I had to pass in order to get to this point? Do you know what I went through to get here? And you think now that I'm here, that you're going to sweep something from under my feet again? No, because we just came from there, and now I'm here. And since there's no looking back there, because I know you don't have a fighting chance, I just came through all of that. And I'm right here. So, now that I've executed all of that behind me, now let's see what else is going to be ahead of me. Only thing I see is justice. So whatever else you guys got going on against what you think are laws that are going to protect you, which originally are intended to protect you, you are also going against. So I would like for you to take me to court, because that's where I'm taking you. And I want you to ante up your evidence so that it could be a fair exchange in the court of law, so that this can get resolved in a timely manner. I have work to do. I have a place to be at, and I'm taking those of you with me that need to be there under those circumstances. From a property manager to a banker, to a so-called landowner, to a groundskeeper. I don't care which level of reality in the matrix you are on. If you are doing something to promote any level of sexual abuse, trafficking of children, grooming of children, people, women, for money and sexual selfish gain, you're going to court. All of you, through one person. Your exposure, your absolute exposure, is Jehovah's whole intention. So it will be done. He's already said it. And he said, with that, his words do not return to him without result. Well, I am my Heavenly Father's child, just as well as I am my Father's child, and this is the truth.